Hey y'all, it's just me here. Well, it's been a month of metal detecting. I'd like to show you a few of my finds, but first I'd like to show you a mailbox find. AARP. They sent me this in the mail asking me to join AARP. Well, I'm in my late 30s. I have a few gray hairs, but it's mostly black. Man, I would love to get this card. I would love to go into a store or a restaurant or wherever and whip out my AARP card and ask them if they take AARP. That would just be I'd have a lot of fun with that. But enough about that. I'm starting with coins. This is all my finds. 6 pennies. 2003, 1992, 1990, 1982, 1976, and the prize 1970. Yep, found them all in the yard. 3 of them were on the surface or right at the surface. Not spectacular finds, but that's not all. Axe head. Found that out in the woods behind the house. These 2 nails were inside of it there. Little knob there is what's left of the handle. The nail heads have cross hatching on them, or a little grid pattern, so that's pretty modern find there. Piece of iron, unidentifiable, but it was a find. 30-06 shell. Found that pretty close to the house, actually. Piece of junk. Looks like it came off a tractor or something, but it was a find. Little bitty 22 short shell. Real close to the house too, but it's a find. And a piece of cabinet door handle, something like that. Piece of junk. The last 3 finds from the other video. This nail actually is a nail. On the video I said this was a screw because it looked striated in the sunshine, but it turned out to be just another little nail. This thing, I said it was a nail, but it's actually square. It doesn't have points on the end, so if it's a nail, it's not living up to its potential. I don't know what that is. Piece of iron. Can. Well, this is representative of a lot of cans I found in the yard. The guys who built the house, the new house, on the old site left a lot of beer cans buried in the yard. And this is a sample. I threw the pull tabs away. This was a more interesting find. This was down in the front yard near where I found the iron finds and the fence in the last video. This is a 22 hollow point shell. It's been fired, but it didn't hit anything. It landed in the yard. So I'm pretty glad that I wasn't cutting grass that day. Hunter safety, where's it gone? And a couple of cool finds. These are some of my best finds. This is a RIM UMC number 12 New Club shotgun shell. I guess a paper cartridge instead of a plastic. This may date between the 1930s and the 1950s, so I was pretty happy to find that. That's a pretty cool find for me. This one, there's almost nothing left of it except the base and a little of the paper. I forget what that's called. It's a Western number 12 New Chief, and Western became Olin Industries in 1944. OLIN Industries, and they still made shotgun shells or bullets up through the mid-60s. So this can't be any older than the 1960s, the mid-1960s. So that was pretty cool. I liked it. It was a cool find for me. And here's the prize. This was out in the woods behind the house. This is an ancient 1800s Cherokee chisel. And this is a lost chapter in our nation's history. This proves that the Cherokee not only shopped at Sears, but they preferred craftsmen. And of course, Sears dates back to the 1800s, and the Cherokee lived here. And I just don't see, anybody else that would leave just a chisel out in the middle of the woods and nothing else. It was just by some rocks. So that was a historically significant find. That's just incredible. Incredible. We think of the Cherokee and the Indians as using stone tools and things, but when exposed to modern technology, you know, they weren't afraid to buy it. This is just an incredible find. No, of course it's not. That's ridiculous. That's insane. This is just a chisel. This is just a tool, man. Alright, but some historical facts. Sears Roebuck does date back to the 1800s. They were founded in 1866, or 1886, excuse me. And Craftsman was not sold at Sears until 1927 under that brand name. So I was just kidding around. It's just another piece of crap I found out in the woods. Alright, enough of that. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. That's pretty much it. Favorite find is one of these shotgun shells. Well, after metal detecting for a month, I have to say I like it. There's just something about going out in the yard for a few hours, even if it's, you know, in the 40s and windy, and finding stuff and digging it up. It's just really cool. It's really fun. I don't know why. I mean, I just don't know why. But there's just something fun about it. Something really fun about it. I don't know. Not sure I understand it. But I've really enjoyed it for a month. I enjoyed it enough that I bought a lesh tool, and those are not cheap. Started out with an El Cheapo Fiskars $1 from Walmart. Broke that in 2 hours. So I enjoyed it enough that I bought a good tool to dig with, and I really love that lesh tool, by the way. The thing's awesome. Let's see, what else? Well, parks. Man, I'm stuck in the yard after a month, and I'll tell you why. The county I live in, most of the parks here are state or federal. Illegal in Georgia. Can't dig either one of them. The other two parks, there are only 2 parks in the whole county that I might can dig in. And I'm not even sure about those. I'm going to have to call the cops or something. But I've been working on pinpointing and digging a really nice plug that I could go to a park and they wouldn't harass me. This is it's a rural area. The local cops kind of are the law, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're really nice. The guys I met on the force have been really nice. You know, I've always gotten along with them. But I don't know everybody. You know, there's just kind of a small town feel to the area here. So even though it may not be illegal to hunt somewhere, I can still face harassment problems. So I'm trying to hone my skills to the point where I can go to a park and not get harassed by the local cops, because this is a small town area, and that's why I'm still in the yard after a month. And although I have hunted one place that was not in the yard, and that was a complete waste of time, but you know, it was experience. Anyway, those are my finds. Cherokee chisel. I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't write comments on that. I'm just kidding. Historians are going to come over and say, no. Yeah, forget about it. That's not a Cherokee chisel. It's a Craftsman. Anyway, thanks for watching, and happy hunting. See y'all later.